Hello, Owls. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. I'm checking in here for the week of October 23rd, and I am on your landing page here for Stream, which I know you have found, or you wouldn't have found this video. As always, we're going to be working up here in this classwork tab, so go ahead and click it. Um, it's going to be week 8 content. It looks very much like last week. So to kind of build that rhythm here. As always, we do the start here, lesson plan 8. There are 2 attachments here, and that's intentional. Your lesson plan 8, which you're used to, we'll go through in a moment. But this week we are learning a preposition song, and I'll talk to you about that a little bit more in a moment. And my face-to-face students, I had actually printed this out for them, which is going to be this week's anchor chart. And so I've attached it here as a PDF. In case my remote students have access to a printer, I'm going to give your hand a little bit of a break with the anchor chart. It's really not that long. So for those of you who don't have access to a printer, you are still going to copy the preposition song, which you see attached here on the right side of page 8 for your notes. But for those of you who have access to a printer, I just wanted to put that here for you. So let's go ahead and look at lesson plan 8, which is, again, what you're used to seeing. Not much has changed. What to expect each week looks all the same. Um, your topic page here, your stems that you're going to learn this week, lit terms. We're going to be reading The Scholarship Jacket by Marta Salinas, and it's also going to be on Common Lit like it was last week for 11. Writing for this week, we are going to, I guess I should say writing slash gluing, depending on your access. Preposition song anchor chart. And I told you here's a reminder, if you do have access, you can print it this one time. Digital literacy for this week. You guys are getting so good at this. I truly am really proud of you and hope you're taking a moment to reflect on how much you've grown in your ability to access certain documents and manipulate these technical tools. Truly, I'm proud of you. So as usual, you're going to be uploading an image of your notes or anchor chart. You need access to Google Classroom. And then only week 2 of working with Common Lit, you're going to be you're going to read the scholarship jacket, and then you're going to take the online quiz. Things you're going to need, your ISN, pencil, color pencils, paper. Depends if you want to color your notes, really. And then camera scanner uploading. And then for our begin to think about this week is related to our story. Have you ever had an experience where something really wasn't fair? I'm not talking about your sibling maybe got a nicer pair of shoes than you did or whatever, but in all actuality, they were the same. I'm talking about something that like truly, truly wasn't fair. And if you have not had that experience, that's wonderful, but maybe you can relate that to a character or a book that you have read in the past. Okay, so moving right along, you have your learning targets here, which include your students will be able to by the end of this lesson, and you can read through that. This is also your agenda, which kind of works as a checklist, making sure that you've completed everything that you needed to complete. I should say preposition, sorry. There you go. Preposition anchor chart, reading scholarship jacket, completing the quiz, and the weekly quiz for us. So this says, let's begin. Let's get started. Weekly word 8 notes. You're going to need 4 index cards, your notebook. Pause here, and this is what your notebook outline should look like so you can fill it in as you're going through each of the slides. And then let's begin. Slides 9 through 14 through 16 talk about your 4 new stems that you've learned this week, and as always I've kind of filled in a table for you to keep up with me. Please don't skip through this. This really helps you see and understand how these words, you'll encounter these words in real life, and the more exposure you have to them, the better. So then slide 17, we're talking about literature terms. Our terms for this week are direct and indirect characterization, knowing the difference and how to identify it. And grammar idea, prepositions, which links to our preposition song, and idioms, where the meaning is very different than the literal meaning. You've probably all heard it's raining cats and dogs. Is it really raining cats and dogs? No, it just is a figurative language to say that it's raining really hard. This is a sheet of what your notes will look like after you've successfully completed. And it does tell you, make sure you're very comfortable with the notes on this page, because this is basically what your test looks like on Thursday, Friday. Most of you have that figured out. The only difference is up here with the stems. I do love to go backwards and quiz you on old stems. At this point, you should have 33 flashcards. At the end of second quarter, we'll do another flashcard check. So make sure that you're keeping up with those each week. So it's one less thing you have to scramble for at the end. And here on slide 20, your notes are completed. As always, you can pause here and go work on math and science and social studies, or for those of you who just love to push through, you can keep on going. This is a place for you to stop and go ahead and make your flashcards. Don't go to slide 22 until you have your new flashcards in here. For this, it's just going to kind of talk to you more about prepositions. I did put in a Khan Academy video here for prepositions. He does a good job explaining them. So I'm hoping after you've watched this video, you click it, you have the link, and then the preposition song that can be printed, or you're going to handwrite this on your side of your notes. Between the two of them, my hope is that you have a better understanding of prepositions. So spend a little time on this slide by watching the video and then handwriting or gluing. We are going to have practice with your preposition song in a little bit, though. As I just showed you, on slide 23, this is what your notes should look like if you've done everything correctly. Slide 24 talks again about how to access Commonlit. Most of you did really, really well with this new piece of technology, but I have attached the directions, what you see here, to the assignment in Google Classroom in case you need it again. You are logging in with your Google information. And then you're going to be reading and answering the questions for the short story of the scholarship jacket. Okay. And then you did it. You completed week 8, and that's awesome. The quiz will open on Thursday. Usually I try to open it during Prowl on Thursday morning, so sometime between electives. Sometimes you guys email me and you're like, where is it? You're just so excited to take the quiz. I do try to get that open early in the morning for you, though. So again, here's another checklist, making sure you have everything completed and shown to a grown-up who cares about you, so we have none of those empty submissions where you're turning it in but there's nothing attached. So that is your presentation for this week. And your preposition song, again, is a PDF is here, which just makes it easier to print. Learn the preposition song. Again, I've attached the PDF of the preposition song. So have this in front of you or your handwritten lyrics, and then you're going to watch this sweet little girl sing the preposition song to you. You probably want to put headphones in, otherwise your parents are going to be walking around the house singing the preposition song too. It's a little catchy. She does a great job. Enjoy it. I totally expect this not to be solidified after watching the video one time. That's why I'm saying put the headphones in. In class this week, if you're face-to-face, we'll be watching this video more often than you want to. So here's your lyrics, and then here's your song. Your job is to memorize it. It is more challenging than the helping verb song, but I have faith in you. Commonlit scholarship jacket, here's your directions, and Commonlit actually posts directly to our Google Classroom with permissions I've granted it on Sunday night. So there will be a link on one side or the other giving you access to CommonLink for the scholarship jacket directly. But again, the directions are here for you if you need them. Okay. And then lastly, your weekly Words 8 quiz. Remember, this quiz does not open until Thursday, giving you all day Thursday, all day Friday to complete it. And that's a wrap. It shouldn't be that difficult. I think what's going to take you the longest this week is learning this preposition song. Your 3 grades for this week are going to be turning in your notebook and anchor chart, which I have told my face-to-face students, but now I'm putting it out there for everybody. I am having some students who are only submitting either the weekly word note side or the anchor chart side. and they're not giving me both. Understand that Google Classroom does allow you to submit 2 pictures if you need to, so one on the left, one on the right, if your camera isn't giving you that larger scope. But if you only submit your assignment with 1/2 of your work done, I'm going to give you half the points. So make sure that what you submit is what you want. I need to know that you're completing the notes and you're working on your anchor charts, okay? Those are going to be extremely important as we move forward past our parts of speech and into our literacy concepts and being able to apply those. So your grades are going to be turning in that picture, Common Lit scholarship jacket quiz, and then your quiz on Thursday for your weekly word 8 quiz. While I have you on here, and I think I talked about it last week, I have developed a slideshow. It's not complete yet, but it is here to support you, of the state standards. I shared it on Wednesday with my remote students, and I've shared it in class this week. If you get to a question on Common Lit and they're like talking about theme, and you're like, I can't really remember what theme is, I have created a Google slideshow for you, that addresses each of our literacy standards. It's just a resource. You can do further Googling, but like, for example, here's theme. You'd have to go through them. I haven't done a table of contents yet. I'll work on it. So theme is on slide 5, and I've given you what the state is asking you to be able to do. And then here, if you click this picture, there's a link that will take you to a video just to kind of refresh your memory on what theme is and how do you get the answer for a theme question. So just know that this is here for your support too. Again, I have not finished building it, but I do think the questions Commonlit is asking you for right now, I have addressed. So if you're like, hey, I don't remember what theme is, I'm going to ask, have you gone to your standard support document? Hey, I don't remember what text evidence is. I'm going to say, have you gone to your standard support document? I just want you to make sure you understand that you have that resource there for you. So Xing out of that, coming back to our classroom, that's up here at the top. I'm going to try to keep it at the top. And that's week 8 content. So as always, owls, I hope you have a fantastic week. I cannot wait to hear you sing this preposition song. I just know you're going to do great. Have a wonderful week and email me if you have any questions.